Hey there YouTube, Leonhard here, giving you guys a deck profile on a neat deck that I made a while ago. It did well in the ARG, and I thought, for my first video, I might as well give you guys a deck profile on my favorite deck. So, that would be Bermuda Harmony. Alright. And let's get to it. I will start with the main deck first. For the grade 3s, I play 4 Miracle Voice Loris. She is your stride break, and when she is stridden upon, you counterblast 1, bounce a card to your hand, and draw 1 card. Next for the grade 3s, I play 4 Sincere Girl Liddy. There's nice SP here. She is your generic grade 3 of the deck. You counterblast 1, soul blast 1. You look at the top 5 cards of your deck for a Bermuda Triangle unit with the Harmony ability, normal unit, and you add it to your hand, and then you shuffle the rest of the cards back into your deck. Next up, for the grade 2s, I play 4 Spica. Spica's skill is counterblast 1. When this unit is being boosted, when this unit attacks, you choose a card on your field, return it to the hand, and then you call a card, and that called card gets plus 3,000 power. Next for the grade 2s, I play 4 Unbeliever Girl. There's a nice SP here too, and here's its double rare. I absolutely love this card. I'd say this card might just be a staple in any Bermuda deck, despite the fact that it is a GB skill. In this current meta, I'd say that's perfectly fine. She has no real cost. She simply just has to attack the Vanguard and hit it, and then you can return a card back to your hand and then call another card. Although it does not get any power, it's just another called card. But it pulls off some nice combos. Lastly, for the grade 2s, I play 3 Emilia. She's practically your draw engine. You counterblast 1 when she's bounced, you draw 1 card. Alright, let's move on to the grade 1s. I play 4 Shizuku. She is your grade 3 search. When this unit is in Harmony state, you look at the top 5 cards of your deck, search for a grade 3, reveal it, add it to your hand, and then shuffle the rest back. I'll demonstrate what it means to be in Harmony state. You simply have a unit, let's say as a grade 1, this would be in the back row, and you would have this in the front row, and you make a column, and this would be considered Harmony. Now if you just had this card by itself, it would not be in Harmony. It's when you make the column. And next turn, if this card is still in the same column, it's no longer in Harmony state because it's just for the 1 turn when you make the column. So if this card were to get hit or retired in any way, or you use it to intercept and the space is free, just if you play another card in the same column, it's in Harmony state again. Just keep in mind though, this is a once per turn ability. Okay, moving on to the other grade 1s of the deck. Oh, excuse me. I play 4 Stride Enabler. Play 4 Damage Unflipping Perfect Guard. Absolutely need this card in the deck. This deck's very counterblast heavy. And it also has a cute little turtle right on her shoulder. Call him Sheldon. Alright, lastly for the grade 1s, I play 2 of the promo. It's a Soul Blast 2 and Flip 2. Very good key card in the deck. This deck itself does not Soul Blast much, despite the generic grade 3 skill, Liddy skill. But other than that, there are plenty of other ways to put cards into the Soul, and I will explain them right now. When I move on to the triggers, I play 8 crit. Here are the Loris crits. You know, when you have those critical triggers that go for the grade 3, when your Vanguard attacks, if it has the name of said grade 3, you put it in the Soul, it gets plus 5,000, and you draw 1 card. This is a way you can put cards into the Soul, or you can simply ride multiple grade 3s. Most of the time, if I can't get my Stride neighbors, I'll just ditch the 3s for the Stride cost. Moving on, I said I played 8 crits. Now, I don't play any draws whatsoever in this deck, and I don't think I ever will, simply because in the way I play, it's more aggressive, and it's not lenient towards building up any type of hand size, although without even trying, you can build up a very massive hand size. The stand trigger alone allows you to pull off multiple attacks and multiple combos, giving you more chances to go into harmony or simply pull off more combos when it comes down to attacks. Despite the fact that it is a 4K, seeing how it is a trigger with an effect, it would be 4K. It is a nice viable boost towards the grade 3s if you have any extra. The stand trigger skill is after it boosts a unit, at the end of the battle, you may pay the cost. If you do, the cost is to put it to the top of the deck, and then you return any card other than the Vanguard back to your hand, and then you call another card, and then you shuffle the deck. It's a very nice key card in the deck. Won me quite a few games at the ARG. Finally, I play 4 heal, and my starter is First Lesson Akari. Her skill is the GB skill, put her in the soul, return a unit, and draw 1 card. So it's a very nice combo with a Perfect Guard you've called, this promo if you'd want to use it again, any way you want to put a card in a harmony again with Shizuku. If Shizuku's in one column alone and another card's another column alone, put this card to the soul, return either back to your hand, you draw another card, and then you can play said card that you return into another column and make harmony. My favorite combo is by combining her with Emilia. You put them together, and you are able to draw 2 cards for the cost of a counterblast. Simple as that. Now let's move on to the exciting part, the strides. For the strides, I play for Olivia. For those who don't know her skill, it is to counterblast 1 and persona flip 1, or flip a copy of herself over. When she declares an attack, you may return your entire field back to your hand, up to 5 cards. But if you return at least 3, and the 3 cards have different names, you may choose 2 cards from your hand and call them to different circles, of course, but also in different, what's the term? In different rows. So what had many people confused when this card first came out was they would make, in terms of different rows, they would play like their grade 2s or 2 grade 3s that they had in their hand into the front rows. And those will be incredibly weak and most likely not be able to hit anything. Well, they probably misunderstood. It says different rows, not different columns. So in a different row, you would have your cards in the front row and back row, not 2 cards in the same row. Front row, back row, same difference. Just want to make sure you guys understand that. Finally, I play these. Somni. She's decent, although most of the time I rarely ever get her off anymore. I mean, many players who have played against Bermuda, especially Harmony, are aware of her skill and how deadly it is, despite the fact that it is just a measly rare, but rares are powerful these days, and here is her skill. When the attack hits a Vanguard, you return a unit to the hand, and then you call another card, and that unit gets plus 3k. Very, very similar to Spica's skill. Well, the reason as to why they probably don't let this thing hit is because of all the combos you can do. Like I said before with the stand trigger, you can make you can have more chances to make harmony columns and search for 3s, return cards, and have the ability to draw, make other columns, and pull off multiple attacks. Great card. Maybe even put a trigger back or the promo if you'd like, or your starter. Many combos with this. And finally, I play 2 Cinderella or Amoris, but I still prefer Cinderella. Her skill is very generic. When she strides, you just return 2 normal units, or no, 2 cards on the rearguard circles back to your hand. Pulls off some decent combos, but honestly, I wish that there were other things to play other than Amoris in Bermuda. I won't play any of the Cray Elementals, especially Blizza, a card that I used to play in this deck. I would either cut Somni or Amoris to just 1, and tech in a Blizza. Well, there are 2 reasons why I had to get rid of Blizza, unfortunately, and that is simply because this deck's way too counterblast heavy, and in the event that you ever had to, what is the term? When you're grade stuck and, do you know what? I forgot. But let's just say that in the event that you're grade stuck and you have to get the next grade off the top 5 cards of your deck. G-Assist. There we go. Why did I forget that? Anyway, in the event that you ever had to G-assist, you have to banish 2 cards from your G-zone. You're not going to banish Olivia, and if you have not Stridden yet, meaning if this only turn 2 or 3, 1, 2, or 3, you don't want to get rid of 1 Somni, or possibly an Amoris, despite the fact that it is very generic. I most likely use this for G-assist bait, but it's still a very neat card in some occasions, but I don't want to have the options of knocking out the Blizza or one of these 2 cards. They're both great in their own ways, and they still suit the deck just fine. So, just for that, I just chose to play these, and it's been working out for a while. I can't wait to see what Bermuda has for us next, and that's pretty much it for the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give a like, a comment down below, and subscribe if you enjoy this and expect to see more videos in the near future. This is Leonhard out. Peace.